Well, what's the crack, everybody? How you getting on? You're all very welcome to episode 88 of Ramble Pod for April 1st, 2020. Well, how are you getting on? I was going to do this behind a mask. I'm in the kitchen, so it might be a little bit echoier in here. Look at the fucking cut of these things. Because the lighting is better, and I'm not going live on this one. I just said I'd record it with the old camera, and sometimes it can look a bit shite if it's a bit dark or whatever. So it's a bit better in here. Albeit the fucking sunlight is raging in the window. How are you coping? I think people are coping all right. We're a tough old bunch. Like, there are worse ways, I suppose, to put your time down, isn't there? You know, people are coming up with fucking all sorts of ways, just fucking kicking toilet roads around the place. I don't fully get that one. I missed the boat on that one. People trying to solo Jack's Paper. Oh, can anybody fill me in on what the fuck that's about? Huh? I don't know what questions I asked the last day, but Jesus Christ, fair play. The amount of answers I'm getting off people. People are unbelievably... it's great for a podcast. People are unbelievably fucking responsive during these fucking lockdown times. Thanks very much. Thanks again to the Patreons for sticking with it. You will be getting... this week's buckshot already done. So today being Wednesday, you will get it in the morning, Thursday, and that'll be out for general release to everybody else on Friday. It's with actor and comedian Tom Moran. Very, very good chat. Good fucking stuff. Good stuff, this one. Tom's some talker, in fairness to him. It must be something in the name. I don't know. I've been on podcasts all over the shop. Other people's podcasts. I was on the lads' WTS podcast, What's the Story? Go over. And so he's subscribed. Just type in WTS into your podcast app and you'll find the two guys, Graham Merrow and Danny Murray. Both the lads have been on the podcast in the past. So, sounds a fucking pound. I don't know what way it went, because Merrow dropped out of the middle of it, because we did it by Skype, obviously. And I don't know, was he running it hard that day with fucking Pornhub or something? Or is Ballybrack just fucking chewing through the bandwidth, because he just disappeared for about 10 minutes in the middle of it? So I don't know if that's going to edit that out. I'll be interested to see, because myself and Danny just shot the shit about all sorts of stuff. I don't know. They may or may not. But I did. Julie J, another person who was on the podcast, she has now a crime. What the fuck is the name? If you look for Julie J, either her two ones will come up to 90 podcasts with Emma Doran, or her own one, Crimeland is what it's called. And it's kind of a cartoon of whatchamacallit, of Julie. So I was on that one as well. Was I on another one? I think, no, I am lined up to be on two more. It's the way to pass the time, really. It is fucking handy. And sorry, I was planning on putting out a lot more Ramble Pods. I got out, obviously, a bunch of them over the first couple of weeks, but this week then got fucking busy, lads. It got busy. Believe it or not, it got busy. Not potential work-wise. I have been writing like a mad bastard to submit a script. It's something I wanted to do for ages, and I have done in the past and got my knuckles wrapped. Well, not my knuckles wrapped, but just a kick in the hole where people are basically going, yeah, that's not what we're looking for right now. And then some fucking dung ends up on the television. You're like, oh, could you not have just told me we're looking for fucking hacky fucking joke shite? You know, and I don't care if that sounds bitter or whatever, but some serious shit has been, you know, some good stuff too, obviously. But this is for the BBC, so I've been writing like a fucking bastard. And I was approached to write with somebody else, so as well as write my own. So I'm going to be submitting the two of them. They probably won't even see the fucking light of day, lads. But if you're not in, you can't win. If you're not in, you can't win. Oh. So that's what I've been doing, trying to dedicate some time to that, to try and potentially get something fucking going. You know what I mean? You'll be the first to hear about it anyway if something does or doesn't. And regardless, even if they send me the rejection letter like it's 1982, Tom, the fuck off email is what they'll send me. I'll let you know. You'll be the first to know of my sad moments in time. But as well as that, I was approached then about public speaking courses, not to take them, but to do them, to give them. Again, it's only a perspective thing, like, so I've been trying to write up, like, the literature that you would need if I was to give, imagine that, lads, me being asked to give a fucking lecture on public fucking speaking. Why not? I fucking talk in public, I suppose. If you want to learn how to curse and tell jokes and make people laugh in public, then I can do that for you. So I suppose, coming up with what would be the curriculum, because it'd have to be over. Again, this might be, come 2 weeks' time, all this could be in the fucking bin. And I might be fucking working a concrete mixer for some construction company. Who knows? But I'm just keeping you up to date as to what the fuck I've been doing and why I haven't been pumping out Ramble Pods as often as I wanted to. Also, too, I think you can oversaturate the situation too. People, I think for the first week or two, people were probably, Jesus Christ, all fucking mighty, and needed podcasts and all the rest of it to probably settle the brain. And now they're realising, oh wait, there's an old fucking architrave and needs a bit of painting out the back. I'll do that. Or I can plant a bit here, or I'll go for a fucking walk or whatever. You know what I mean? I think people maybe, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was an oversaturation for it a while there. But look at, you can only fucking learn from these things. Oh, I did a gig. I say a gig. I did a gig last night in my kitchen. It wasn't. I was hoping for it to be much more giggy. What kind of a fucking orator am I? I was hoping for it to be more giggy. It was for the Roisin Dove, and the way I had kind of planned, I'd written a bunch of new material, and what I'd actually planned was we would all jump on with Zoom. They were going to pre-record it, then put it out to the public on Facebook. And there was a gang of us there. Myself and Bobby Hennigan was there, Joe Rooney, and there was a bunch of younger comedians. And I jumped on late because I was closing the show, and not because I'm a bollocks, but I jumped on late because you were fucking putting the young fella to bed and stuff like that. And I was assuming that everybody would be banging out their 5-10 minutes or whatever they had. But it wasn't. It just kind of turned into a podcast. Really, that's all it fucking did. That's all it was weird. I was kind of a bit, I won't say I was annoyed, but I was, do you know when you're fucking banking on something being, I needed to get this shit out of my system, is what I'm saying. And I only got out like 1 or 2 fucking gags. But I don't know, unless we could do it again and do it. Maybe some of the other comedy clubs we might see, can we tie it in? The Laughter Lounge did a great job. They had people come in individually. They had Danny O'Brien, and they'd, I think, Enya Martin come in individually. And Steve Cummins hosted it, actually in the Laughter Lounge with obviously no audience. But they pointed out the fact that there was just somebody sitting there in a full hazmat suit with a laughter machine that they would press. It was great. It's brilliant. Go over and have a look at it. And also have a look at the Roisin Dove one, because it was good crack, and it comes across as good crack, but it's not a stand-up show. It is a fucking podcast with Carl is trying to roast each other, and I'm trying to roast Carl. And of course, I totally took it to in-jokes then, because Carl got, looked over for the caveman part, and he still has bitterness about it. And I had the full-sized pull-up banner in the back room that you've probably seen before, and if you've watched any of the videos of this, and I pulled that out and put it up behind me. And only really 1 or 2 people on the entire lineup, like there was about 8 people on, actually got it. So it was just kind of weird. But look, Carl was roasting me, so fuck him. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to do something that way. I think we're going to have to organise a proper gig, and I don't know what way I'll work it, but I will stand up. I need to do some stand up. It's fucking itching. I'm itching now, even after having the promise put in front of me. It's like going to the old fucking, it's like going to a titty bar or something, isn't it? It's a waste of time, is what it is. All it is just teasing you with a notion of things, and then it's fucking crumbles before you like fucking ash in the wind. Oh. Fucking flies are back. I mean, I can only the good weather is great and all the rest, but the fucking flies are back, lads. There's one big bastard. I'm guessing the mic can't pick him up, but there's one big bastard flying around the fucking kitchen here, and I swear to God, the fucker's smoking a fag. That's how big he is. He's only flapping with one wing, the cunt. He's just this sarcastic looking asshole of a fly just flying around, kicking over fucking cutlery and shit, and kicking over Delph, listen to me, huh? Delph, not dishes, Delph. I attempted to watch the it's not a spin-off, but it's from the creator. It's called of Downton Abbey, because I'm a fan. I won't lie, I'm a fan of Downton Abbey, and I don't care what you fucking say. Until I got to that fucking movie, and about 20 minutes in, if I had to hear one more fucking anti-Irish, I hope he doesn't blow us up. Fuck off. movie fucking in the bin. Needless to say, it was being downloaded illegally anyway, so I don't feel overly bad about the whole thing, you know. And it was, what's it called? Fucking, not Bratislava. Fuck. It's apparently a place in London I never heard of, because why would I? It's a place in London that's Belgravia. That's where all posh people live. And it was weak as fuck, this show. Weak as fuck. That fucking bloke, he's an actor, but he always plays like a geezer. He's kind of a fucking heavy fella, but he looks a bit like Andy Good, the former rugby player, if Andy Good kept on getting fatter. Do you know what I mean? But he's just not believable at all. And the last time I saw him, he was doing this show where they were rebuilding old cars with this fucking model-looking mechanic bloke. And I'm looking at him and going, you're not in any way fucking believable. It's just weak as fuck. So give it a miss. Because normally we'd watch a show and 10 minutes in, both of us are going, well, this is fucking pants. Let's switch it off. But we stuck with it on this one. It was like, well, more, you know, I was kind of slightly drunk too. So, you know, it goes that way. It fucking goes that way. Like I said, thanks very much if you've only just tuned in for your first ever time. Because we've been getting a lot more fucking listeners, which is fantastic. A lot more places that you're going, fucking hell, people in Sweden and everything. People in places that it wasn't before. So you're very welcome on board. Go over to the Instagram page if you want to see the full back catalogue. Because sometimes if it's on Spotify, although it's weird because when you look at it, the demographics or the actual downloads from which sites are completely different to the show I have with Owen. Owen is in the back end arse and nowhere, by the way. People have been asking about another episode of the Hard Enough podcast. He is waiting for internet. He does not have a strong enough. He has it for Instagram, will work fine for putting up his stories and all the rest of it. And he's getting out the odd podcast of his own, but his internet is dog shit for actually holding a conversation for an hour and a half or whatever. So as soon as that improves, we will have more Hard Enough podcasts coming out. But I don't know, I haven't looked at the demographics, but I've looked at the devices and places it's being downloaded. Really high with some, like Spotify. Fuck all, listen to Spotify on this. So, but for more and more places you're seeing it. So welcome on board. Go over to the Instagram page, have a scroll back, or just start at the fucking beginning. There's 137 guests. There's 88 Ramble Pods and a bunch of swapcasts in between. So there's 230 odd fucking. There must be close to. There's got to be close to between 250 and 300 hours of podcasting there. So if you just want to listen to a man swear into your earphones, you fucking come to the right place. If you do want to contribute to the podcast, there's the Patreon page and there's also the merch page. Thank you very much, as I said, to him. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with this public speaking thing, but I'm going to write a bunch of shit anyway. I don't know, it's easy to fucking talk in public, which I didn't realise a lot of people had problems with. But I used to help out working in this company before, and that's what they did. They were like in the middle of, would say, D4 spot, and that's what they did. CEOs and big boss people would come in for coaching, like an hour of life coaching and stuff like that. And I didn't do any of that. I just helped with some of the writing of some of the stuff, but only minimal amount. Like I didn't really even fully know what they were doing. But it struck me, it was like some of these fuckers, like they're pulling up in 500 series, 500 series Mercs, brand fucking New Yorks, rocking in probably a 2-3 grand suit, but big foppish stupid fucking heads in them, because they got the company for fucking, not out of cuteness, they got it from the old man or something. And they're coming in because they're suffering from confidence issues, like in their 50s. It blew me away, and it can fucking happen to anybody, I suppose. Who knows? But I just never considered it. Meanwhile, I'm going out to tell fucking dick jokes at night. I just never properly considered it. So this was the thing that was put to me. So fuck it. Look at it, big fucker of a fly. The camera's wide, but I don't think it's wide enough. Fuck off, bastard. Fucking just flew off with a banana, the cunt. Fucking one fag out one side of his mouth and eating a banana in the other. That's a big fucking fly, lads. The fucking pheasants have taken over around here. I saw a bullfinch. He was the size of a fucking crow today. Nature is fucking exponentially getting bigger. Before we know it, there'll be wild stags fucking running around the place like there was back in fucking Celtic times. Holy shit, like this is what happens. The M50 will just become a fucking track now for ducks to land on. And I'm all for it. So long as they can keep the internet, so long as we can get the ducks to run the fucking internet, I'm happy. It'll be fine. Once we have the internet, we'll be all right. We can talk to each other. It'll be fine. What the fuck else do I want? Yeah, I've been doing well to steer clear of the telly. Do you know, as best I fucking can. Of course, I've got stuck into that Altered Carbon. It's not as shite as I thought it was going to be, because I wouldn't be really one for all that Blade Runner style fucking stuff now. Like, I would have been maybe years ago or whatever, but you're kind of going, would you fuck off? But it's actually very good. It's actually good acting in it. Good fucking job made of it. So, give that a look. Of course, like everybody else on the planet, which I don't think this show with Tiger King would have seen the light of fucking day if we weren't in such, if we weren't all confined at home. I don't think it would, because it's like people are howling, laughing, and all the rest of it, like it's like it's Mama June and everything else. But it's a fucking nasty cunt of a show when you think about it. Like your man's walking around with one gammy leg, and it's all a show for the camera because he's a bad fucker. Like, you're breeding cubs, pure. Like, first off, how there wasn't a whole episode on just what they're fucking at. You're breeding. What the fuck is America doing with wild cats at all? Full stop. I had no idea that was a thing. I knew Mike Tyson had one at one stage and Shaquille O'Neal had one, but the boys that have the land, like, and who's going to tell either one of them fuckers they can't have a liger in their house, like? But illegal as fuck. What? And then your man comes rocking out with his ridiculous get up and his eyeliner. He's like, "Hey, how's it going, man? He's basically Beetlejuice. My name is Joe Exotic. I'm gay. I got a mullet, and I'm a redneck, and I got tigers and shit." You're like, oh, okay. Do you announce that at the beginning of every fucking sentence? Because it sounds like that's your MO. The fucker must have come. I guarantee you, if they dug down a little deeper, like, that fucker, like, while he was making $2,000 a fucking tiger or whatever, there's no fucking way, even from people coming to the zoo and all the rest of it, because there's only a fart of a fucking zoo. That fucker had too much money. I guarantee you, he was either dealing or his parents were loaded. One or the other. Yeah, just, we got tigers and I'm gay and I'm a redneck and I got a mullet. I got a Prince Albert. You're like, oh, great. Yeah, that's fucking great. But, like, there probably was enough. They did it enough in whatever they did, 7 or 8 episodes. Because after a while, it would be like, fuck off. But your man, how charming is Meth? I'm not going to say Exotic Joe is charming, but how charming is Meth? Because he turns to your man and he goes, half straight, yeah. He's like, I'm pretty straight. He goes, you watch porn? He's like, I do. Cool. When you're watching porn, do you like seeing the little Mickeys or, the big Mickeys? He's like, I like seeing big Mickeys. And he's like, well, you ain't too straight then, are you? And I'm like, that is a fucking joke ripped from fucking... You made that up like that was yours. That is an old joke by Ron White. Look it up. Ron White, great stand-up comedian. And that is a joke ripped from him. And he'd be right in that fucking lane too for hearing that joke. Like, you hacky bastard. You just robbed the joke to pull up. And of course your man was like, I guess I ain't, but I do like meth. You got some meth. Like, oh my... Your man, like, there was not enough tapped into the meth side of things, And also, I mean, it's fucking... They talk about, I've heard people say, it's hard to be a woman. And I'm going, is it really? It fucking is when you see the way they slanted that show. Like, Carol Baskin, cunt, from beginning to end. You're kind of going, she's no bigger cunt than your man is. She's no bigger cunt. Yeah, I mean, she's preaching, she's not breeding cubs. And yes, she's taking fucking tons of money for showing off tigers and lions. And I don't think they're living in and she, she's banging the social justice. She's a cunt too. But your man's a worse fucker. He's definitely, I'm telling you, he's fucking dealing. And that's weird fucking chubby fucker who owned nobody's talking about him. Go back and have a look at that guy, right? So do you know what? I'm going to put it up on my Instagram. I'm going to cut them together. Him and Mama June from fucking Honey Boo Boo. I swear to God, they are the same person. He's just got this weird cartoonish fat about him. And if that guy turned around and said, "Hi, how are you? I'm your social care worker," you go, "Are you?" "No, I'm only joking. I own a strip club." Yeah, that makes more fucking sense. Because you just have... If that picture was up on the news going, local strip club owner, this guy, Garrettson or whatever his name was, you go, yes, that fills the bill. You look disgusting. You're actually one of the most hideous looking people I've ever seen. Yeah. Nobody's looking at that fucker because he's crooked as fuck. I'm telling you, every one of them. And that guy with the little goatee, the guy that came in, Jeff, and robbed the fucking thing. You can't trust a man with no chin. And that man even accentuated his chin by his little goatee. They're all cunts. Every one of them. The show was a pack of cunts. Like, the funniest bit, the bit that actually did make me laugh, because the rest of it I was not really laughing. I was just going, this is fucking weird. Because what I was thinking was, there are people watching this from other countries, like African people looking at this going, are all white people like this? Because, when you start looking at it, you got Honey Boo Boo, you got the duck fucking hunting fellas. I know I sit here wearing Realtree camo right now, but look, I have a 3rd degree of education, lads, somewhat anyway. So I'm some way civilized, but if you're starting to see this shit, people living up in the woods, white people, what is wrong with white people? Yeah, a lot of rednecks, and they're funny as shit. But your man sitting there with no teeth, I have a child, so. Guess I'm straight. I was with him 16 years, sucking dick. How, charming must that drug be? Like, I've smoked fags. I tell you, I'd fucking murder. You'd say you'd murder for a fag, like. I'd murder for an old smoke now, lads. But, you fucking wouldn't. And at no point, if somebody offered me, "Hey, you want to be my husband? I give you smokes for a laugh. Where's my nicotine patches? Where's my fucking nicotine patches? Because you're grand. Thank you very much." And the lads balanced it out by riding all the women around the park. And your man just sauntering around the place with his fucking weird... The singing bet the band. No way was that cunt singing. I think that's how they made it all jovial and gas and all the rest. But I think the funniest bit for me though was your man that was kind of out in his zoo by himself that went to join up with the Jeff guy. I think he was like he went to wait till I get onto that creepy con doc, convincing young ones to get implants and everything. There could be a whole show done on the fucking weirdness of that Jonestown motherfucker, whatever's going on there. He's like a holy country kind of bloke. Jesus Christ almighty. Yeah, you're going to be getting implants as well as fucking working with the tiger 16 hours a day. 100 quid a week. That all right? Good. But as your man turns around and goes, "Who I want to learn from is fucking Doc Animal. I don't need to know shit about animals. I know all I need to know. I need to know how to keep all them fucking women in check." You're not even fucking hiding how much of an asshole you are. And I suppose that makes good TV. That must mean when your man stumbled on that, the producer, not the guy, not the bald fucking guy that looks like a detective from a cartoon, who was smoking all the time and just sitting there with his cigarette, just his nose clearly didn't work anymore. But your man, the guy who for Netflix, I think he'd been stumbling upon it he was doing something to do with fucking animal trading or something, and just went, "Holy fuck. Look at these pack of weird fucking bastards. Oh my God." That is what's known as fucking gold mine. You hit pay dirt. The second you meet that Joe Exotic, "I'm gay, I have a mullet, and I've got some tigers." I mean, that's what he was selling to those fellas too, like, on top of everything. These two fucking rednecks, your man out of Southern California and the other guy from up the road with no teeth. I mean, was he just selling meth, but I mean, I suppose... I got some guns, I got some four-wheelers, I got some pickup trucks, and wait a second, did I tell you I got a bunch of fucking tigers and bears and lions and chimpanzees and ostriches and shit? You wanna chow down to my pipe? I guess I do. And then he marries all the fucking two of them. Not a bother. Drive on. The man blows his fucking head off, and his owl one shows up to the fella's new fucking wedding 2 months later. What is wrong with you, bunch of bastards? The UFC 249, they're talking about McGregor coming in now. How's he going to get out there? I suppose if they haven't, jeez, he's getting weirder, isn't he, with his public. I mean, fair play for his effort, but you're like, where's your ego at, man? This is my public address to Ireland. You're like, all right, Conor, okay. Your public address to the nation, okay. And it's ground all fucking airplanes. They offer him that 249 fight against Tony fucking what's his name with the big ears, who looks like a fucking bat. They offer him that fight. Do you reckon he'll jump on his a private jet and get out there? He won't be talking about grounding fucking planes then. Khabib is stuck in Russia. I don't know. Have they grounded every fucking... I don't know. Are the flights still going out of this place? I don't think they grounded all the flights here. Have they? I don't think they have. I ventured out. I had to go to Lidl for the in-laws the other day. And it was great. I'm always giving out about cunts coughing and fucking spatial awareness anyway. I'm always giving out about it. And lo and fucking behold, it's fucking glorious. They have markings on the floor to stay out of people's ways. The staff aren't fucking your stuff down along the runway at 100 miles an hour. I'm fucking loving it. The manners on everybody. Get the fuck away from me. Queuing up outside. I didn't mind the queue. To be fair, I probably look fairly fucking intimidating. I went in fully masked up, but I didn't go in the balaclava before you fucking ask, but I did wear a mask because I don't know if I've got this shit. I don't want to give it to anybody else. I'm just not suffering with it. But over the mask, because the mask just fucking feels kind of weird, I wore a real tree camo. Are they a snood? Those things you can kind of wrap around your neck. They're a circle. Anyway, I wore one of them up and I wear the real tree camo hat down over my eyes. Full fucking camoed up to the death. This is Lidl in Rathfarnham, by the way. It's just, do you know, it kind of keeps people at a distance, I think. I'm all for it. I mean, that may be my fucking continuous go-to. Like it hadn't been anyway, but I mean, go full hog. Fuck off, flies! You fucking assholes. Right, time to break the fucking zapper out from underneath the stairs. I have one of those blue light fucking zappers that you'd see in a butcher's. I'll fucking sort these bastards. I'll sort him. Although, the size of the gun flying around here, he'd be able to plug the fucking thing out, I'd say. Right, it was lovely talking to you. I won't be as big a gap. I'll hope to have another one out maybe Sunday. I'll do another one Sunday. I'll bang out a Tom and Jerry show. Thanks very much for everybody getting in contact. This has been great. People just fucking hitting me up going, loving the pod, Tom. Here's a fucking, I know who you were talking about there. This is who you mean. Loving that stuff. Keep the interaction coming. If you wouldn't mind rating and reviewing it, if you are listening, because I can see the majority of you are listening to on Apple Podcasts. When you do get to this bit, scroll down. Hit the 5 stars. You've been writing some fucking great stuff. We're flying up the 5-star mark. There are people who have much bigger podcasts than this that don't have a 5-star mark as hot as we do. So I thank you very much for that. Keep it going. Patreon is there for anybody who wants to support it. By that, I give out podcasts a little earlier. I put up all my stand-up videos. And now that I've got a handle on this writing, I've got a bunch more to edit and put up there. So they'll be all going to the Patreons only. It's just a little thank you. But it helps support the podcast, as you know, as we are as performers. We're all scratching our stones right now, work-wise. So it does help. It does fucking help a little bit. Anyway, go for it. I'll have a new podcast out for you on general release with Buckshot with Tom Moran on Friday morning. Thanks very much. Oh, I'll stick this up on the YouTube page as well if you want to have a gander. Good luck and thanks.